Okay, Nick, your character you played is very likable because you are
Oh, thanks.
like a great dad with two sons and you are proud of him. Is it on outside of the set? Are you also such friends with the team, with the actors?
With the castmates,
Yeah.
I'm a dad off the set to them. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's we have such a good time. It feels like we kind of take care of each other on set when we're on set together, and we have such a good time. And what's been happening with me lately is, because when we've been shooting mostly in Texas, when I'm not on set, I've been actually, there's been so many locals I've been making friends with in Texas who I've been going to church with and seeking out God through.
Right.
That a lot of my time outside of the show has actually been, as you say, in communion with all these locals in Texas that I've been friends with. And then one person's introduced me to their friend. And their friend's like, oh, you got to be my friend. And then you got to be my friend.
Okay.
So a lot of that, it's been a nice balance where I get to spend time with my castmates on set and share with them my experiences. And then when I'm not on set, I have all this community of friends that there's not enough hours in the day to spend time with them, basically.
Yeah. Did you ever imagine that the show would be watched in Poland or around the world?
No,
No?
never. When we first did it, it was just like, oh, it's going to be on the internet. Maybe one or two people will see it, but that's it. And what it's spider-webbed into now is only mind-blowing, and it just shows you what I believe happened was God spoke through the hearts of all the viewers that were watching, and then more people got on board, and more people shared it, and sharing and sharing. And, you know, when it blew up during the lockdowns after the pandemic, God used that as an opportunity to just blow the show up even more. And it's touched people in so many ways that I could never even conceived. And it's done so much more than I think any acting project I've been a part of that's done for the mass population of the world. And that's pretty special.
Yeah. Do you know that people are crying buckets when they watch the show? Are you also crying or get emotional when you watch the show?
Sometimes, because I'm in it, I definitely feel the Holy Spirit when I'm on set. It's very tangible. You can feel it, and there are moments that do get emotional. When I watch it, it's not like I'm getting emotional, but it's sometimes some parts of it does hit me when I do watch it because it's undeniable. And just hearing fans or supporters of the show like saying, oh, they're crying buckets, or we've had many, many, many stories of people on the verge of suicide, and they watched the show and they felt God speak through that, and they decided not to. Like, I just don't know what other show out there is doing something like that. And I know they say, it's just a show, but it's not just a show. God is working through the show, like he works through many different things.
Yeah. So being on set, being as an actor, you're playing the father, the Zebedee. Have your life been impacted by the show? Your personal life?
My life has definitely been impacted through, first of all, through playing him. Somebody mentioned, I read something where God used Dallas in this project as a dove for me, in that by coming on board to the project, I ended up in Texas, and God used the show as a conduit to take me out of California, drop me into Texas with all these believer friends, which amalgamated to me going to this church conference where I experienced the Holy Spirit. I've had multiple encounters with God since then through Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit. So the show was a conduit to get me to come to Texas. And it also gave me like a taste of what it's like to be this fun, zany, crazy dad. It was, like I've said before, I didn't have to really think about how to play him. It's just, it felt like God was kept like this is how you're going to do this part. This is how you're going to do this part. Very, very effortless as I read it. I'm like, okay.
Okay.
It was like that.
Yeah. So God is moving you, and you are saying it just not as a professional, but out of your heart.
Yeah, it feels very much like that. I think to a certain extent, other roles that I've done in hindsight, now that I think of it, they're all God inspired. He comes in and he really inspires us, and that's why people are like, oh, like people aren't like this because it's me coming up with great ways of acting it. He has to be involved at that point to elicit that kind of a response from people, because you know what I mean. I'm like this compared to God, so it's like it's him, and I'm just open to receiving what he's giving me to do, and I'm like, okay, I'll act like this, I'll act like that, even if it seems crazy.
Okay.
I'll do it.
All right. We are now in Poland releasing the season 3. So don't spoil that.
Oh, I won't.
But what is the moment that you love the most in the show? Is there a particular season or particular part of the story that
In season 3 or any
of the seasons?
To this day, one of my favorite scenes still is the healing of the paralytic when they come into Zebedee's home with his sons. And I love it because so many characters from so many different angles are experiencing that scene at the same time. People outside, the Pharisees outside, the Ethiopian princess that comes and brings her paralytic down with her friends, Zebedee and his family, then there's Jesus and the disciple. Everything is happening from all angles, and it's such a warm and loving scene. To me, that's still I think my favorite scene of all the scenes of The Chosen.
Right.
And season 3 is going to be fun because all I can say without giving it away is Zebedee is going to be on a new life venture in season 3.
Okay.
He's going to take on this new life venture.
Your role is expanding.
Yeah, he has a little bit of, I think, midlife crisis in season 3. And he decides to do something very new with his life, which shocks his sons.
Yeah. If I invite you to Poland, would you come?
I think I might have to.
Yeah. So I need to teach you one word or 2 words, so you'll be, able to communicate.
I'd love to learn more than 1 or 2 words.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll start with dzień dobry.
Dzień dobry.
Yeah, very good.
Okay.
And now, poproszę kiełbasę. Poproszę kiełbasę.
Proszę kiełbasę.
Yeah, when you are buying the sausage in the local.
I was about to say, do you guys have the Polish one?
Yes. Polish kiełbasa is the best in the world.
I want to try that.
Barbecued, it's amazing.
Oh my gosh, sounds good.
And the last one would be come and see in Polish. So it would be przyjdź I zobacz.
Przyjdź I zobacz.
Yeah, very good.
Okay.
Perfect.
I speak Armenian and Arabic, so I think it's easy for me to go into other languages.
All right.
Well, how do you say it again?
Przyjdź I zobacz.
I zobacz.
Yes.
Przyjdź I zobacz.
Very good. Come on.
I can come now, right?
Yeah. Let's go. Thank you so much, Nick. Thank you for being and portraying the wonderful, family experience, and it's in fact to many Polish people.
That's so cool. So we'll say it to camera now.
Yeah.
You can correct me if I'm wrong. Przyjdź I zobacz?
That's exactly that.
I got it right?
Yeah.
Przyjdź I zobacz.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, dude.
It's a pleasure.
You too, man.